The mind is a wonderful thing. The memory, you can remember all those beautiful experiences. The music, it resides in your head. Based on the surroundings, the voices of people, I think my hearing is going down gradually.
Of all things that he had to choose, he chose something that he was weakest on. But I guess it has to be something from inside you. He loved music, so mother and I went to knock on different doors of the teachers, got different opinions, but finally the way was paved for him to do music, and so there was no turning back. He was getting very good feedback about his playing and performance, and a lot of people say that what's special about him is that he plays from his heart. And then the teacher said, let's send him for competition. He won first prize. So scholarships just came along the way.
Yeah, so there are a few notes that I think one big thing that people may not realize about hearing aids is making a sound louder does not mean making it clearer. When hearing aids amplify sounds, we hear a louder version of what's being said, but it may not be clear. It may be like when you take a picture with very low resolution or a very blurred picture and you zoom in, it's still going to be blurred. When you're playing with another person, you have to be impeccably with them, and this requires very acute, very fine sense of hearing, which sometimes it was just beyond my ability to follow. So there were other ways that I had to use to get around it. For example, my vision, to look at cues, to look at their body expression, to look at their breath.
I never worked with anyone who had hearing impairment before. And not since then either.
Oh, hello, Azariah.
As you can imagine, for a pianist, that's quite serious because, it's sort of comparable to a film director who's blind. Since piano playing is not just about hearing, but also about tactile sensations, I would show him a lot of stuff by pressing my fingers on his forearm.
Right, more like sinking in?
Sinking in, yeah. Like, have you ever gotten a massage?
He would kind of get the message,
Yes.
and that would then translate into something oral.
Good idea to mention that.
He listened much better than my other students, who could hear perfectly well. And he was always willing to take it as far as he could.
Are there any other artists or musicians that have inspired you?
Beethoven is one of them. At around 30 years old, he became almost suicidal because he was losing his hearing. And just knowing the things that he went through and what pursued him to continue to pursue art, knowing his reason, that was what kept me going. If my hearing gets worse, and there's certain things that I used to be able to hear or do with music that now I'm not able to, then it affects me personally and it affects my confidence in expressing music. But my love for music outweighs that and helps me to continue to give, to share, and not just focus on my disability.